and welcome to the April Mindful Crafts subscription box. This month is all about the pom-pom. Now, if you haven't made pom-poms since you were a kid at school and you used to spend hours cutting two donut shaped pieces of cardboard and then wrapping the wall round and then trimming around the middle, then this is just going to completely revolutionise the way you make a pom-pom. Okay, it's something so simple, but it's going to be new. Okay, so in your subscription boxes this month, you have got a Pom-Pom Maker, which some of you may have seen in a different version. Some of you may have never ever seen a Pom-Pom Maker like this, but we've got a 5cm width Pom-Pom Maker, and then if you want to make little teeny ones, we've got the 3cm Pom-Pom Maker. You've also got a disc, which is going to be your Pom-Pom Trimmer, and I will show you how you use a piece of cardboard to make your pom-pom nice and round and even. And I'm also going to show you how to make not just a single colour pom-pom, but a multicoloured pom-pom. And once you have made them, you will be making pom-pom garlands galore. Okay, so I've got one here that I did. Okay, so here's the pom-pom. Now I've put them together so you can see them in the camera. Okay, and I've also got the little tassels at the end. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the tassels using the Pom-Pom Maker as well. And you can make garlands, you can hang them in your house, you can hang them in the garden, in the gazebo, in the trees, absolutely anywhere. Or you can, there you go. And look, there is the pom-pom cloud wall hanging. Okay, some of my pom-poms have moved slightly. But if you can see, these pom-poms, they're really nice and full. Okay, they're not all speckledy and sort of like different lengths. And that's because we use the Pom-Pom Trimmer. Okay, and yeah, right, you get yourself sorted, grab yourself a cup of tea, and we'll get making pom-poms. See you in a minute. Okay, so I've got my little workspace and I'm just going to go through all the things that we're going to need for this activity. So in your subscription boxes, you've got 2 balls of yarn, and we've got the Rico Essentials Merino Plus. Okay, the colours you will have may vary slightly, but you'll have neutral and a colour. And I've gone for the Merino Plus because it's just slightly thicker, and it's just going to give a really nice fluffy but firm pom-pom. I've got my Pom-Pom Maker and I've got my little disc. I've got a wool needle, which you'll need at the end if you're threading pom-poms together, sewing them together. And I've also got a pair of my Fiskars razor scissors, which are great. They are sharp, so they're worth the investment, but just obviously be careful when you're using them and don't let little ones anywhere near them. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is choose which colour yarn you want. I'm going to go for this terracotta colour. Okay, and to begin with, just need to find the end, which is often the trickiest part when you're finding, when you're working with a new ball of yarn, but there we go. And I'm going to start with the 5cm, and I'm just going to hold it steady there with my thumb, and I'm just going to go round and round, and I'm just going to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And I want it to be really nice and full. This is going to be like a really chunky pom-pom. It's good exercise for your arms as well, whilst you're making pom-poms, a bit of exercise. I'm going to keep going and keep going. And what I intend to do is I'm going to make it probably about 1.5 inches wide but I want to keep going so it's really quite full and quite deep. So I'll show you. Sometimes it's easier just to let the ball of yarn roll on the floor, if you can. Sorry if you can hear building work going on. I'm still in the conservatory, still waiting for my mindful headquarters, praying that Craig, our builder, will come soon. In the meantime, I'm sorry about the building work that you can hear. Okay, I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going. A bit boring to watch, apologies. There's builders again, not our builders. Okay, and I'm going to stop there. Okay, so as I said, I've probably got about 1.5 inches wide, and I've probably got, it's not quite even at the moment, so I am going to spend a bit of time evening it up. So the thickness that it is in the centre, which is probably what, just over 1.5 centimetres, I'm just going to try and even up this end. So I'm going to just wind it around that end. So can you see it's beginning to even out? And then the other end there. And this is what's going to help us have that really full pom-pom. Seems daft, doesn't it, doing a tutorial how to make a pom-pom, but these pom-poms are just fab, better than any pom-pom you'll have ever made before. Okay, so just a bit more this end. Okay, and then I'm going to stop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to leave a tail, and I've just snipped that off. Okay, so that's going to stay there for now. Now I'm going to take another piece of yarn. I'm going to chop about 30 centimetres. And what we're going to do now, this is going to be the centre of the pom-pom, which we pull tight. So in that end there, you see, I'm just going to pop that through. Okay. And I'm going to take it to the other end there. And what we want to do is we want to make it really quite tight. So this is how I do it. I'm going to pull that as tight as I can. Okay. And then I'm going to hold that there with my thumb. I'm going to pop that through that end, and then I'm going to pull again, because I want that centre to be really tight so the pom-pom really fills out from the middle. Okay, so pull it just as tight as you can without breaking the yarn. Okay, and then I'm going to try and tie a knot. There we go. Okay, so you've got loose bits hanging around at the moment, but don't worry about those. Okay, so now it should look something like that. If you can pull it tighter, then great. And then I'm going to get my scissors, and we want to cut along either side here at the edge. So get your scissors in and just snip. This is why you need good scissors. I need more muscles. There we go. Okay, see, look how full that's looking. Okay, there, and that end. Excellent. And then I'm going to go to that end. I'm going to do the same. So I'm just cutting all along the top. Good job the gym's opening again next week. Okay, right, and there I've got sort of like a random pom-pom-ish shape. Okay, now you can cut these into all funky different shapes. You know, you can make them into hearts or whatever, but I'm just going to show you how to do the circle, the ball, the traditional pom-pom. Okay, and this is where your pom-pom guide comes in, because you're just going to place it. Okay, and you might think, gosh, there's going to be quite a lot of waste. Well, yes there is, but it's got a bit of fluff on it, but you're going to end up with a really fab pom-pom, so it's worth just having the extra. Okay, and all you're going to do is just with your scissors, let me show you that way. Okay, you're just going to trim all around the edge of the pom-pom guide, and it means it's going to be nice and even. So then just keep moving the pom-pom guide around and just keep, oh, I'm not in shot, and just keep trimming. It's really therapeutic. You really get carried away with the, so it's beginning to, that end there, and I mean, you can do this for ages. You just want to keep trimming. Maybe if I show you that way, that might be easier. There we go. So if you just keep trimming, and then keep moving your pom-pom guide around, so that then you'll get a nice rounded edge. Okay. Then when you've got near enough a rounded edge, this is where you just want to, see I've got, it's not quite there. Okay, but if I just go back that way. Okay, you can keep these long bits on if you want, or you can chop them off. And then, okay, now I'm near enough, got a round pom-pom. You just want to spend time just going round really lightly, just trimming off all those uneven bits. Okay, you're going to end up with bits of fluff everywhere. You might even start sneezing. But you're just going to keep trimming all the way around for as long as you are happy that you've got a nice round pom-pom. Okay. Now, if you've got a pair of rounded scissors as well, that's quite a good thing to have, which I have somewhere. Don't quite know where I've put them. But, I can't find anything at the moment. Okay, so just keep trimming. See, at the moment, I've still got a few little stray bits there. But can you see how full it is? You've got that, especially if you give it like a plate in your hands, just sort of fluff it up a bit. Can you see? Right there. Oh, see, it's a bit uneven here still. So I'm just going to keep trimming it. So many memories making pom-poms. Oop, nearly got my thumb then. Okay, you can check with your pom-pom guide as well. Again, get that, just make sure that you're sort of like keeping side. That will help you get that round as well, that round roundness of the pom-pom. I need a good haircut as well, like this pom-pom. Can't wait to see Liv again. so you get the idea. Okay, so there, and with the merino as well, because it's so soft and fluffy, you get all these bits about. But you want to keep going until you've got a really, really nice round pom-pom. I could carry on trimming that. Look, see, there's still bits there. I want to end up looking like that. See, nice and rounded, nice and full. And there you have your single colour pom-pom. Right, join me in a minute and I'll join me in a minute and I'll show you how to make a two colour pom-pom. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to show you, those are the rounded scissors that I mentioned earlier. So these are the Fiskars, like they're the embroidery scissors. But when you do your pom-pom and you trim it, you can see that it just takes off any bits and it keeps that nice round shape. Okay, so again, you can invest in a pair of these and they do a really good job. So you can see now that that pom-pom is really nice and full and it's all been trimmed, so it's all nice and even and round. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to make the two colour pom-pom. So I'm going to this time use the neutral, sort of like a beigey colour, and I'm going to use the terracotta as well. And I'm just going to wrap different bits. Okay, so we still want to end up with the same thickness and the same width, but I'm just going to wrap a bit of the beige there. Then I'm going to get the terracotta back and I'm going to wrap some of that. Now, if you have a look on the internet or on Pinterest or anywhere, if you want different style pom-poms, there are loads of different ideas. This is just going to be sort of like a random, just two colour pom-pom. Okay, so I'm going to do that there. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to this side of the beige and I'm going to do that there. Okay, you can probably see where I'm going with this, can't you? And then try not to get them all tangled. I'm going to go over the terracotta with the beige. Okay, and you're just going to keep wrapping the two colours in just different combinations. Okay. I've done that there, and then I'm going to go back there. Okay, so basically you just want to keep doing that until you've got the same thickness and the same width as we had for the first ones we did. Okay, so if you just keep going with that, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so what I did to finish off is I put both strands together and I've just wrapped it to finish just with the two strands, and that's going to give like a really nice speckledy effect. Okay, so again I'm going to trim and I'm going to use the two strands again, and I'm going to do exactly the same as I did for the single colour in the centre, and then you want to tie around the middle. Tie it as tight as you can and try and make sure that it's in the centre as well. Okay, pull it tight. Take it around the other side. Okay, so there you go. All right, and now we're going to repeat the cut in either side. Oh God. Might be be easier just doing a bit of a yarn at a time rather than trying to get through the whole lot. And you can see here now, look, you can see all the different colours in there. You can see where I started off, and then I've done the outer with just the speckledy pattern. So again, there we go. Alright, so there's our two colours. Wow, that's quite funky actually how it's come out, isn't it? It almost looks like an eye with all the speckles. So you can make them into anything really, can't you? Without even knowing it. And then you're just going to do the same. Get your disc and you want to trim until you go all the way around the outline there. Okay. So go around once and then move the disc around. Okay, so look, I've sort of like got the main bit there. Move it around and just repeat what we did before until you've got that nice round pom-pom. If you are using the rounded scissors as well, see what I mean? Look, if you just trim, and you're going to get all the bits to begin with. See how like there, just trim. Okay, and just keep going again until you get to the same size and shape as before. Okay, do that now and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so when you have made as many pom-poms as you want to, then all you're going to do with your wool needle is just put a piece through there, and you're just simply going to sew them together, and they just go straight through the middle like that, and then you have them as far spaced out or as close as you want, and you can make your garland as small or as big as you want it to be. I'm going to go with the speckledy one there. Okay, and so you get the idea. Okay, so you can thread those and make your pom-pom garland as big or as little as you like. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is you might want to add tassels into your garland. So tassels are really easy again, and we're just going to, snip that off there. I'm just going to wrap, a small section of yarn, not as big or as wide as we did for the actual pom-pom. Okay, so I've probably gone around about 20 times in total. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim that. Then I'm going to cut another length, about 20 centimetres there, and this is going to tie the top of the tassel. Okay, it might be a bit fiddly to get through. There we go. So this is going to be at the top. Okay, so tie that there. Then I'm going to slide that off. Whoop. Okay. Alright, so keep that nice and flat and straight. And then I'm going to go another bit, about 20 centimetres. And again, I'm just going to tie that. Okay, I'm not going to pull it tight just yet. I'm getting caught up. Okay, right, so once I'm happy that I've got my little round top there, then I am going to double knot it and tie it tightly. And again, if you want to make a bigger tassel than this one, this is just a small one, then you just need a wider piece to wrap the yarn around. Okay, so there. Then I'm just going to cut the bottom. Make sure I've cut all the loops at the bottom. And there you've got a little tassel. Okay, and that I'm going to trim. There we go. And if you don't want that loose bit there, you can just use your needle and sew it in. And there you go. So then you can add your tassels to your pom-pom garland as well. Okay, so that is really simple how to make a tassel. Okay, so you've seen how to make pom-poms, you've seen how to make a quick simple garland, and the bonus project for this month is to then use the pom-poms to make a pom-pom vase of pom-pom flowers. And all you need to do is use the sticks that I've put in your subscription box and just place the pom-pom on top, and then you can make different colours and you can arrange them as you wish. Pop them in a jam jar or a spare vase, and you've got your pom-pom vase. Okay, if you want to make sure they're extra secure, you can always just put a blob of glue in there. Okay, so there's 2 really easy projects there with your Pom-Pom Maker. Okay, right, well I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to investigate pom-poms further, as I say, there are loads out there on Pinterest, have a look at, but just with your Pom-Pom Maker and your trim guide, you can make really cool pom-poms that are nice and full, nice and soft and fluffy, and yeah, have fun. Right, if you like what you've seen, please hit like and subscribe. Make sure you've got the bell on for notifications, and I will see you for May's subscription box. See you soon. Bye.